In our Italian journey, how to pack up and move a house without divorcing your wife. So we're here, we're packing up our house for our move from Ireland to Portugal, which is our stopover, in order to give time for one of the houses that we're looking at to become available for us to purchase. And where clock is ticking and it has become very stressful is an easy word to use. So this is the house in boxes. There's so much to do, and somehow I'm making a video. Clearly we don't drink enough because there's a whole alcohol collection that we have to decide what to do with. In the meantime, we're trying to pack everything that we can and segregate it between what we take to Portugal, which should be minimal, and what we pack for Italy, which should be the rest of our stuff, as well as removing anything that we don't need, because we definitely have accumulated stuff and a lot of it, and we don't need to move that for any cost, let alone the cost of trans country shipping. And we even have things that are going to Poland because we want to keep some of our stuff in Poland where we have property, so that when we go there, we don't have to ship it from wherever we end up. So we have a 6-month window in Portugal, but in the meantime, we're trying to pack this here, and we're trying to do it all without killing each other, which is actually not that easy. It's been very difficult because tensions are high. So I'm just recording a quick video so I can chronicle what we're doing and what we're going through, and at the same time continue on our Italian journey. And really quickly, we can see there's one of my crows. I have a bunch of crows that I entertain, or at least allow me to have some friendship as long as I feed them, which typically is peanuts. They like peanuts and dog food. At any rate, we'll see what happens as we move on, and we'll see if we make our ferry to Spain, which we have to do, and hopefully we do it together, not and no longer become an unmarried couple. Okay. Hey, Kat, have you been getting taken care of and walked well? No, you haven't. I know. You're not happy, and I understand that. At least your compatriot in the house is quietly under a table, freaked out because he doesn't want to deal with the fact that we're moving again. More of our chaos. Second law of thermodynamics. All systems go to chaos, entropy. And this is a view I will certainly miss from our back deck here in Cork, Ireland. So I think I need to explain myself a little bit. I think it's important to say that moving can be extremely stressful, and especially stressful if you're moving, say, to different states, different countries, across the sea. So this video is being made over multiple days because it's just been packing and very difficult. Our Italian journey, we looking at a third house now because the houses aren't coming together quick enough. And it may, in fact, be the process, or it may be just we're very unlucky. And it may also be that this is Italy. So we've had to take a place to stay temporarily. And packing has been rather difficult. To say that it's stressful and stressful on the relationship is somewhat of an understatement. And we've done this a lot. We've moved quite a bit, and it doesn't seem to get any easier. But I have a stressful partner. I have stressed dogs. I have stressed children. Although all my children, well, I shouldn't say all of them, but most of them are other places. One of them is coming day after tomorrow to come help us pack and move things. And we talk often about what it would be like if we hadn't moved. We certainly, people watching this video, there may be some who say, wow, wouldn't it be interesting to move all these different places, these different countries, and live in these different places? And it is, there's no question. But everything comes with a cost. And we often talk about this and say, what if we had stayed? I have family who've not moved in decades and friends who never moved far from when they grew up. And we look at them sometimes and think, wow, that kind of seems so nice. It seems so simple. They wouldn't have all these stresses. I think that we were inclined always to travel and always to move. It was sort of one of the reasons our relationship was able to prosper. It was because we shared that kind of common value. But having said that, there are moments that the grass looks greener, that we do think, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be interesting if we could have done something different and not had to struggle with this? So the house is in complete chaos. We're in complete chaos. We're running out of time. So we're trying really hard to get everything done. It almost feels like it's not going to happen. But we have a week, or a little less actually now. And we're getting there. But we, without question, have these moments where we wonder to ourselves out loud, is this the only way we can do this? So our Italian journey is traveling, and we are doing it, and we are looking at more houses very soon. But right now, we're in the transition part, and my stressful dogs walk around and think, can't we just stay here? All right. Okay. Another day, another packed box, or two or three. So what are the logistics like? Well, we need to secure a van to move all the boxes to the storage unit, secure a storage unit. We need to get a courier to take our belongings to our temporary home. We need help, people power, to pack everything, also to move physically out, since we're not employing movers. We need to find boxes. Luckily, we got some help by some expats, and they had some boxes because they recently moved. That was appreciated. We need to sort through the things that we have, get rid of the waste that we accumulated. So today, I got rid of all the e-waste. I removed a bicycle we're no longer using to donate it for a place that refurbishes bicycles and sends them to Africa from Ireland. I got rid of a couple of computers that were old and had been reset with a person that does that takes apart e-waste and reclaims pieces of them and uses them. We got rid of materials that are no longer it will be picked up recycling in the time period that we'll be here. And so basically, it's been a lot of logistics, a lot of issues, timing it with the landlord, getting pickup of the internet router, which has become problematic. Um, we still have to time a vet visit for the ferry because the ferry requires a wellness check on the dogs before they can get offloaded into Spain. So we have to have that set up. We have to make sure that we all have all our prescriptions because we'll be away from the pharmacies that we use for any drugs that we're taking. So it's been a nightmare in terms of all the things that we're doing. And even though we're pulling each other's hair out, and it's uh, been difficult, somehow I know at the other end of this, we will come back together and make it all okay. But at the moment, there's lots of things that need to be packed, packing paper, paintings that need to be further wrapped, and making sure that we can get this all done in just the next few days. And today is a beautiful day in Ireland. So I will certainly miss this place very much. It has been an absolutely joyful experience.